All right, what's up, my complete physique fan and fans? Coach Dean here, and today I'm training legs with my boy, Carlo. So Carlo's got a couple things with his body that we need to work around. A whole career of professional wrestling does leave a mark.
Yeah, a lot of injuries.
Yeah,
a lot of injuries.
We're going to work around them. We're going to see what we can do to get this maximum stimulus in the muscle while leaving the joints alone. First, we're going to start with some abductions to activate our glutes and give our glutes a great amount of stability before we move into our pressing movements. So you know the difference between adduction and abduction, because adduction is when things are added together. Like if you're adducting your arm is being added to your body. If you're abducting your arm, it's being like abducted by aliens. It's like moving away from your body. So easy way to know the difference between adduction and abduction. So control it all the way in until the plates almost touch. Gotcha. Hold the contraction and hold, and then hold the stretch for a second. Yeah, nice. Slow on the way in, pause, 3, 2, 1, pause and squeeze, 3, 2, 1. You don't necessarily have to go super heavy, but when you can do that and you can hold consistent tempo, did you notice that when I was counting that 3, 2, 1, pause, and it becomes very like metronomic almost?
Yeah. I don't know if it's from my lower back and all that from wrestling. I get numbness, I get tingles.
Right.
More like pins and needles in the later stages of my reps, all the way through to my feet.
What, was it on the last few reps?
Probably in the last 3 or 4.
A little bit. Leaning forward on the stretch will generally give us a slightly greater stretch.
Yeah.
But we'll have a look. I'll have a look
sounds
at that
good.
in the next one. So we've done our abductors. Next up, we go into some reverse hyperextension. So this is cool. So this exercise is a reverse hyperextension. Your hips go on here. It's a great isolation for the glute. So you see, like people do a glute kickback where they're pushing through here.
Yeah.
This is essentially a similar movement, but the pad goes here. Your hip is supported through here, and it's just the upper part of that glute kickback. So instead of the contact pad being on the heel, driving through there, the contact back is on the hamstring. So it's further up the chain of the leg.
Gotcha.
Which means you're able to move slightly more weight, but 2, there's less chances of being able to stuff it up because it's higher up the chain. You've only got one bone to lever through. So it's just about taking the glute through the full range, from fully stretched position to fully contracted. And you'll notice on this, and I'll give you a little tip later, even with that, the glute, if we think about how it moves, it's full contraction is not just straight back. But if you try it with your own foot, pushing back, straight back, you'll get what feels like complete contraction. But then when you turn the knee out a little bit, look how much further you can get.
Yeah, gotcha.
And that's just because the hip joint is not just a straight, it's not a hinge. It's an open socket, which then, and the full glute contraction is actually allows some retraction, but also abduction. I think there should be good. And to get me some stability, I've got these handles here.
Yeah, gotcha.
So I can just pull myself into this with the handles, and the harder I pull myself in, I can stabilize my hip along here.
Do you feel this in your lower back as well, or mostly glutes?
The harder I can pull myself in and stabilize the hips, the less I feel it in the lower back.
Gotcha.
So if you are feeling it in the lower back, breathe out, contract your abs, and pull yourself in more. A lot of glute work that irritates people's lower back is generally due to them not engaging their abs. Engaging your abs will help stabilize the glute because of where the abs tie into. Abs start at the sternum and attach to the top of the hip.
Gotcha.
And the glutes are attached to the hip. So by the abs contracting, you're actually just stabilizing the hip. Similar thing to what this pad does. Stabilize the hip. If you want to isolate a muscle, stabilize at least one of the bones that the muscle attaches to. And then the other bone that it attaches to, load the weight on there. Yep. So breathing out with each contraction, breathing out. Whew. Nice. I like how you're turning your toes out to the sides a little. Turning your toes out to the sides, getting that lateral glute.
I definitely got to breathe more.
Yes, the breathing is often key.
I'm bad at that.
Breathing is key. Stabilizing the abs. That's also why I like to run my group sessions for you guys that I coach. And that those once a month sessions where everyone catches up. We did on this last Saturday where it was back training, fundamentals of how to grow a back. And so we went through major rows and pull downs, width, how to build thickness and how to build width. And then it was after that we had like a bit of like a free hour where any of the boys can ask questions and we just sort of like, we'll go through any exercises that guys are struggling with. And I love the group session because quite often some guys who are a bit more confident to come and ask me stuff and be like, hey Dean, can I give you a opinion on this? Other guys will then watch and be like, oh, I was going to ask that too, but I forgot.
Yeah.
Or I was going to ask that too, but I was
shy.
nervous.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I think it's an ego, like there's an ego thing too of like people don't want to look like they're uneducated or they're dumb. So like, you know what I mean? Even though I'm a PT, I want to learn more. I want to make sure other people understand. Yeah. So even wrestling, I'm like, I've been wrestling for 20 years, but I'm asked a question purposely, so they have to explain it a bit differently. Because then I might even learn that that's another way to explain it. So then I'll like,
that's so true. Yeah.
Steal that from them. You know what I mean?
What's the cost of looking dumb versus the cost of not having the information?
Exactly.
The cost of looking dumb versus the cost of being dumb.
Yeah.
The cost of staying dumb is way more expensive.
Exactly.
For a stiff leg deadlift, you want to just unrack, drop the shoulders down, let the upper body take the load, and really it's your lats that are engaged and holding the load down for your upper body. And then it's like lats are on, lats are on, lats are on. Legs are pretty much straight, and then you're just pushing through the heel, and you're just literally just seeing how far back you can push your bum while holding onto this and stretching out. So it's literally like, see, before that first exercise we did, we were just contracting the glute. Here we're doing the opposite, just pushing it back. You're gonna get a crazy stretch through the lower glute and the upper hamstring. That's exactly what we're going for.
How far do you bend your legs at all, or do you keep them as stiff as possible?
I try and keep them pretty much locked out, but just like a little bit soft. So like to lock them out further, I'll be here. That would be how much more I could do.
And do you start to bend when the bar gets to a certain point, or when you start feeling a certain stretch?
Start bending gradually, feeling the tension on my lats as I'm holding the bar, but not letting that lax really. I definitely would not want to feel my knees move forward. The knees could be bending, but they're always sort of staying where they are.
Gotcha.
In space. Like they'll never shift forward. If you feel the knee, if you're doing any sort of RDL or stiff leg deadlift and you feel the knees bend forwards, stop. And you probably exceeded the range of motion, and now you're just trying to like lower the weight. And it's not about how much the weight can move up and down, it's about how far back our hips can move. If you make that the focus, you will actually increase your flexibility and your hamstrings will stretch and get longer. Cool thing about this machine is good to do RDLs in or stiff leg deads in because it's on an angle that moves away from you, which allows you to leverage off that to stick your hips back further and like counterbalance.
Yeah, because I see people do it on the other side as well. So do you prefer this side because it's pulling away?
If you do it on the other side, you're moving back and you're moving back with the weight. How much more stretch are you going to get in the hamstring?
Exactly. Yeah.
Whereas this way, it's almost like, because it's moving away, it's a multiplier on the hamstring stretch. So I would have your feet closer. Bring your feet a little closer, Carlo.
Yep.
And a little bit more. So like hip width or narrower. Yeah, perfect. And then just turn your toes out to the side. So 11 o'clock and 1 o'clock on an analog clock. And from there, weight's going to be mostly through the heels. And then we're just going to unrack, drop your shoulders down. Yep. So now your lats are taking it.
Yep.
And then just move your hips back. And if it helps, look forward. Take a deep breath in and hold it. Hold the breath, because that's going to stiffen up the torso, and then breathe out on the way up. Take a deep breath in and reach your bum back to the window behind you. Resetting, deep breath in and hold it. PB. I don't think I've done stiff legs at 170.
Sheesh.
Fantastic.
Oh, that sucked. Like the tingles, like by that last rep, were like crazy.
I can see you really focusing hard.
Super lightheaded. I'm gonna get a drink.
When you're in the middle of a session with one of your boys and when the other boys rocks up,
It's show and tell.
out showing everyone.
Show and tell.
It's show and tell. Look what I brought today.
And elbows slightly higher, and hug your head with the elbows, so you get this roundness around your head. Yeah, there you go. Ooh, cool. Bring your dad to school day. What does your dad do for work?
This.
It's like Chris just draws a picture. It's like, this is my mom, this is my dad. Wait, is he belly dancing? Or
He can. This is what I wear when I wrestle.
We're
Just to
going
keep my knee,
strap Carlo's knees up.
Yes.
Make sure we have no dislocations today. Too much
Carlo-
paperwork for that shit.
I have no
PCLs.
PCLs. Yeah, no PCLs, and then having that many dislocations. I think the capsule is quite big. After that first dislocation, that capsule gets a lot bigger and is more prone to dislocation. It hasn't dislocated for a long time, which is quite good, like at least a year. That's a long time for me.
So that gives it opportunity to start recovering.
Yeah. So I feel like if I can strengthen the muscles around it, it'll just stop it from happening. The only time I really feel anything is maybe mid matches or like at work when I'm standing for too long. I only really feel it. But when I'm walking, I actually don't feel it as much.
Walking is just, it's constantly mobile. So when it's cold, does it lock up more?
No, not really, actually. No, it's actually not too bad.
Sweet, that's a good thing. Be curious to see what technology we can continue to get access to in the future, which can help repair.
Like even that just feels so much more stable when I wrestle with them.
Nice and easy. We just have hips at about hip width apart.
Yep.
And then I just turn my toes out slightly, but I like my heels this low and down because here we're actually focused. We've hit our hamstrings and glutes a fair bit. Now this exercise is really, it's a leg press. It's going to hit the whole leg, but we are biasing quads a lot more.
Do you fully lock out?
Whatever's comfortable.
Yeah.
I think this angle, we could open it up a bit more. There we go. This feels better. Yeah, get much more range. You want to bring the plate low enough so that your shins are almost parallel to the floor.
Gotcha.
I essentially like to think about bringing knees back to their respective shoulders.
Yeah.
As low as you can, and if you feel your hips rolling up, pull your bum into the chair a little harder.
Yeah. Toe slightly out, right?
Yep. Good. Deep breath in, brace through the torso, and press. Hold on to these handles and pull your bum into the chair. That's going to give you more stability than holding onto your legs. Nice.
Are you pushing through your toes or your heels?
A little bit, like 80% through your heels, 20% through your toes. Okay. You still don't want to
I
lift
can
your...
feel I'm pushing through my toes a lot.
Okay. When you get to the top, go smooth. Yeah, smooth lockout. There you go. Control on the way in. Pause and breathing out, squeeze. Deep breath in and hold. Slow on the way down. 3, 2, 1.
You got my heart rate up so high, my watch automatically just started recording a workout.
Oh, nice.
It just started recording, goes 12 minutes.
That means this is when the workout starts. Yeah. Game time, baby. Ooh.
You're a monster.
Yeah.
Easy, brother. Easy, easy, easy. That's still your warm up, yeah? That felt good. Okay, now that's crazy. I wonder what's gonna go numb this time. My face. My nose just starts bleeding.
I can't feel my face when I train with you.
We got the singing. Hey, we play. I knew we were gonna get this episode.
Nice. Pop your feet a little higher so your heels get a bit more purchased on that pad. Yeah. Nice. Here we go. 7, let's go. And drive, that's 7, beautiful. 5 more. Good reps, let's go. Bang, that's 10. Beautiful. Couple deep breaths, couple deep reps. Let's get it done. Big air. All right, drive. That's yours. Very nice.
Oh, fuck you.
Oh, yeah. That is the pain of victory.
I don't feel like a winner. Oh, that was absolute ass.
Oh, no. Lean on me. See, now the singing won't stop.
No, you can't stop singing.
Yeah.
Yep. Let's go, lock in. Drive.
That was most leg session done. Carlo's got to go to work.
Gotta go.
He's got things to do now. So we will pick this up again another time. But thanks for joining us, brother.
Thanks for having me, brother. I learned heaps.
Great.
And I'm cooked.
Yeah, let's see how those quads develop. Yeah. Quads and glutes develop over the next few days, few weeks. But yeah, let me know how the body's pulling up tomorrow.
100%. Just don't film me walking away because I think I'm waddling.
As long as you're not crawling.
Yeah. Thanks for having me, brother. It was killer.
My pleasure, bro.
Killer. Thanks, man.